right, boys and girls, so I'm going to show you how to get to your assessment for today for math. So we are under our math workshop block, and step 1 is to take your assessment. So you will click on your seesaw, and it will take you to your home page. It looks a little bit different than mine because I'm the teacher. But what you will do is you will see a little 1 up here in activities. And you will click activities, and then yours will be right here. Just like today, or just like yesterday when you did your Winter 120s chart, it'll be in the same place as it was yesterday, but it's a different thing. So it's 1NS1 counting to 120. Okay, so this is your assessment for today. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to be sample student. You will be yourself. It'll be your, and I believe it just comes up for you, which is nice. Okay, so this is your assessment. Notice on the right side you have a bunch of pages to do. You have 7 pages today, but they're not all very long. So what you will do is you will start on the first page, and it says type in the missing numbers. Okay, so you will want to either write with one of these down here. So you can do a pencil or a like a pen, okay? And you can write in the boxes the numbers. So what comes after 71, you'll write it in this box, okay? And then you'll write the next number and the next number. So I'm going to show you how you just write it into the box, okay? You could also type it if you wanted. So you could do this little text box over here and make it smaller, and then you can move it over to the box and type the number instead on your Chromebook. So there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could type it in, or you could draw it in, okay? And remember, if you mess up on something and you want to go back to where you were before, you can click this little back button, okay? And it'll take you back to whatever you did previously, okay? So that's another feature you can use. When you want to click on something, you use this little hand down here, okay? And you can click on the text box. You can click down here to use a pencil. You can click down here to use a pen, okay? And you can click the back button if you need to do that. Now, once you have every single number in here from 71 all the way to 120, counting by ones, you will go to the next page, which is over here on the right side. And you will click on this page, and it says, skip count by tens. Okay, so 50, blank, 70, blank, blank. So you're going to write by tens what number comes next. So when you count by 10, sometimes it helps you if you start at 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. Okay, so you're going to write in with a pencil or a marker what number this is and the numbers that follow. Okay, or you can do your text box. You can make it smaller and you can move it to the little line. And if you did text boxes, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 text boxes. Okay. You can add another text box and put it down here on the line and write and type the number in there. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can do it. However you decide is okay. Just make sure that you're skip counting by tens, okay? And then you're going to go over to the next one, number 3, and skip count by 5. So this helps also if you start with 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, okay? And you're going to count by 5s all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers that you're going to put in. Okay, and when you're done with skip counting by 5s, you will go to number 4. This says drag the circles in the box that matches the number. Okay, so we want this number, this many circles. So you're going to drag them into the box. Okay, however many circles that this number is, you're going to drag them into the box. You should have some circles down here left over and you can just leave those. Okay, make sure that you're counting your circles after you put them in, because it's super important that you have the right amount. Okay, so count those circles, make sure you have the right amount. And then on this one, you're going to count how many triangles there are and write it in the box. Some of you, last time we did this, you wrote the number in the box, and it helped you count them and not lose track of how many. You can do that, or you can just count the circles and put the number into the box. You can draw it in the box with either one of these, or you can do your text box in there. Okay? Now, this one is our level 4. This is above grade level. Okay? So, if you, I want you to try to do this. And remember, when you count you're counting by 2s. So we're adding 2 each time. Okay? So what comes after 8 when you count by 2s? What comes after that when you count by 2s? You're going to fill this whole chart in, counting by 2s. And then the last page is number 7. You will click number 7. And this is a couple of different things. So this is also the above grade level, and I know you guys can do it. Counting by 5s. So what comes after 980 when you count by 5s? Okay, and you keep going, counting by 5s. This next one is counting by 10s. What comes after 274 when you count by 10s? We're going to add 10 to each one. And then counting by 100s. So if you add 100 to this number, what's the next one? And the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay? So for these, you can also do your text box, or you can draw them in. Just be sure that we know what it says when you draw it in. Okay? And that is your assessment. Now, when you are done with your assessment, you will click this green button and it will send it to me.